This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now let me share my screen. Okay, so what is data view? Data view ante enti? What is data view? Why we need this data view? Okay, till last classes we have seen like many things, like we are able to do some transformations like some keeping payload, right? Keeping as a payload, like we have created like say whatever the applications we have created, in those applications we have mapped everything, right? So data view versions are different. Actually it is different for mule 3 and mule 4. Okay, so in mule 3 and mule 4 the data view version is different. In mule 3 it is something like data view 1.0 version, and with mule 4 it is 2.0 version. So what is this actually? What is this is nothing but whenever a source system message is we have to like source system is there, source system some Siebel, right? Siebel is there, and my target system is SAP. So whatever the source system is sending, it not it might not be understandable by target system, and whatever the elements that is being sent by source system may not be understandable by our target system. ఎందుకనంటే SAP is different language, SAP Siebel is different language. So there should be some common broker. There should be some common broker. That common broker has to do some work by sitting in between, right? By sitting in between, it has to perform some logic. Okay, some logic.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, hi, Nitya Pooja here. I just
Hey,
got
hi
to know
Pooja.
that you have connected. Since
Yeah, yeah.
since when you have connected?
It's like only 2 minutes, just when I kept the message. Okay, so there is a problem, some link here. I'm not understanding. This guy yesterday told like he will be sharing a new thing. I just waited, but it's again to the old one I have connected. Okay.
Are we going to close by 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Is it fine?
And
Yeah.
yeah. I will close. Okay, I know. Like fine. Yeah, I will give like only basic high level. Okay. If it is
Sure.
required, one more class we will take. Okay. No problem. Anyhow, tomorrow and after tomorrow time is there, na. So yeah, I will sort out this issue as well parallelly. Okay.
Sure, Nitya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is like data weave is nothing but it is just like a broker. It is just like a broker. It is like in between two systems. It has to perform the communication. It has to perform the communication between two systems. So from one system, it is just like transform activity in our SOVA. So for transform activity, we have the capability of loading like many functions, right? If you see the string functions, if you see like some whatever the functions, lookup functions, DVMs, and everything. So what not? So everything is feasible with the transform message in that product. But in the same way here also in the MuleSoft, it is also a kind of transform activity only, having with some inbuilt functions. Okay, having with some inbuilt functions. The only difference is like in Mule 3 it is something like version 1.0 is only there, but in Mule 4 it is something like 2.0 version. It is just like when version is increasing, there will be some add-on things in the sense functions wise, DVMs functions wise, string functions wise, whatnot. Like everything will be upgraded and updated. Okay, the worst thing with Mule 3 is actually, so data we've actually, if we speak now, it for data we've actually, normally we will be doing everything in Anypoint Studio, right? We will be doing everything in Anypoint Studio. In other technologies also, it is something like in that particular IDE we will be doing the transformations. But with this, the advantage with Mule 4, not with Mule 3. Mule 4 is like, even not only in Anypoint Studio, even in the even in, we have like data view playground. So even normally, like if you want to run any logics, that logics in this playground also we can take, or we can do some samples. Okay, why? Because you see, my Anypoint Studio is like heavyweight, sometimes it may be down, but you want to do some similar a similar kind of logic, just logic implementation, you want to have immediate try, then this portal helps a lot. So playground is something which is not, which is not there in other products. In other products, definitely see transformation or whatever the APIs or whatever the thing in that in that Anypoint Studio only we have to do, or in that particular Eclipse or JDeveloper or whatever, there only we will be doing. The advantage with this fellow is like, even it has some UI only for data view, even only for data view, even UI is also there, where we can build like small logics. So immediately, for example, in my project only, some logic I want to check. So I have written a very big API. In between, some only for one field I want to apply some logic. So what I will be doing, for implementing it, I have to do two things. Either I have to run whole project, I have to modify that only one element, I have to redeploy it, I have to test it. Normally in other products or other technologies or whatever, what we have to do first, project wise only we will be going it. Definitely, if any dependencies are there in that project, we can't even go to that level as well, right? Even we can't go to that down level as well. That is the problem with other products or other technologies. But this fellow, especially in Mule 4, in Mule 3 also, Mule 3 transformation, you will not be having this type of UI, that is for sure. And this is something like certification question as well, but he will be giving some indirectly, he will be giving indirect things. Okay, he will be giving indirect things. Definitely the answer is no. For data view 1.0, there is no option like we will be checking on the UI. Definitely we have to run Mule 3, that is nothing but Anypoint Studio 6 version, and we have to drag and drop our transform message, and we have to do some logic, and we have to implement, and we have to close. So we don't have, other than that option, we don't have any other option. But in Mule 4, especially with the data view second version, this UI is in place. If I want to do any small logic, yes, you can do it. See here, you can do it like, you have everything available here. Small things if you want to implement, yes, happily you can implement. So for example, data view 1, I have one thing, like, yes, this is the JSON. Okay, my voice is echoing. Okay, see, this is the message. If I want to do some logic, if I want to check something, yes, it is a better option, I could say. See, if I see like payload, I can do that. So small logics, any field level particular logic, if you want to implement, better to opt with this UI. So most of the people doesn't know like this type of one UI is there. So always they will be depending on Studio, so which is not required. That is what, see, payload. So obviously, see, you could able to see here any smaller logics, you can use this portal. Okay, so as a freshers, and as a you are very new to these things, right? You are very new to this. So better is like practice here only, so that you don't need to open not even your Studio. Okay, that is one quick update. Okay, meanwhile, let me open my Studio as well. Okay, right. So this Excel sheet is something like, it is like Bible. Okay, I have created this Excel sheet, and for everyone it will be like easy. So to JSON to Java, normally we will be seeing it. See, normally if I want to convert it into any JSON, yeah, this is the JSON format. JSON to JSON format is very easy. Now I am speaking about the conversions: JSON to JSON, JSON to Java, JSON to XML, JSON to, like, how the things will go. Okay, how the things will go, let's discuss on that. Okay, so JSON to JSON, it is fair enough. We know that JSON, if any particular element, if you want to display, yes, you can go only name you want. You can directly like payload dot, see, name is not there. Name is not there. The worst thing is like, even though if that element is not there, even with this UI also one problem is there. See, name is not there. It has to throw an error, to be frank. It has to throw an error like that element itself is not there, but it is showing as null. Okay. So for
Nitya,
everything
you're
like
breaking. I'm not able to hear you.
is it? Navya, the same case with you?
I'm clear. No, I am clear.
You are clear, right? I think Pooja, I think you may connect from mobile otherwise. Might be some microphone. She is able to hear very clearly. I don't see any issue from netwise as well. You
Okay.
do one thing, you can connect from mobile, otherwise it will be like free.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, I'll stop for 2 minutes until you joins. Is that okay?
No, I think we can continue like this only. I have removed
Okay.
the headphone.
Okay, TK. Chalo. Fine. So if anything is there, definitely it has to throw. That is the problem with Mule as well. Mule is something like, definitely it is advantageous language according to the license wise, but few cons are also there. Okay. So see, if any error is there, it has to throw an exception. It should not show as null. Why? Because this element itself is not present. But even then we have to keep that aside. Just keep in mind, like, yes, if any error is there with that element, it will not display. That is for sure. Just keep that in mind while you are developing your APIs. Okay. And payload dot fname. This fname is something like whatever the value here. If any single element you want, yes, you can do that. Any concatenation you want to perform, plus plus is something like concatenation. Like any what not, anything we can do. Okay. Anything we can do. Like I want to add this payload. Okay. Payload dot something like name I want to keep. Yes, name you can see. Even though if you are doing it, still it is showing only the values. Okay, so I think it is not updated. Let me run once again. Let me give some space. Let me give some concatenation. Okay, give me some space. It is not an array. Why it is dying? Okay, addition it is performing. Even though it is strings, it is performing some addition. Array inside array, it is coming with 1 plus. See the output, see the observation. So it is a plus is
But
something like,
array output
not,
is array only, Without
array.
array,
No, not it. See, I am giving like multiple, right? Here array is given, so output will be obviously in that only, right?
yeah,
Okay. One thing what you have to observe is like, if I am giving plus, what is happening? See, if I
it
am
is
giving
not
plus,
concatenation.
it is not, see, plus is not concatenation, right? Plus is
Yes,
concatenation. Plus is like
yes, yes.
mathematical. So see, you're going for certification, right? So that, like this type of questions only, like minor questions that they will be asking. Okay. So if
Hmm.
plus is there, even though it is strings, in other technologies what it happens is like it just appends and it just leaves. Okay. So if you take the case of SOA only, if you are keeping like plus, it at least it will not the error will be thrown, if you remember properly, right? If you are keeping two strings, if you are adding with plus, definitely first of all it does not allow it, right? It does not allow. It shows like, okay, string concatenation is not possible, that kind of message. At least we could able to see it. But in Mule everything is possible with every operator as well. So it is something like flexible. So if some of the target system needs the way like uh, array inside array, like they need it, yeah, even plus operator will work for that. So we don't know the requirement of target system. If they really requires in this way, yes, even the plus operator is going to work. Okay. Now let me add concatenation. Concatenation should happen. Yes. it is concatenating, but in array it is concatenating. Okay, why it is showing like this? See, if I am payload plus payload, just total payload I am adding. If I want to store this value in full name, let us take in this way. Oh, it gonna, okay, fine. Let me take one element. Okay, just you have to play with this, otherwise you will not be knowing it. Okay, and this is the thing, payload dot, see, this is concatenation. LLM. Okay, if at all I am removing this, okay, array inside array it is coming. If I am removing this, what is happening? See the observation. So if you are keeping like a single element, then it is performing concatenation. Plus plus is nothing but concatenation. If at all I'm keeping like an array, what it is treating is like multiple records. Multiple records, it is thinking like multiple records and it is trying to add array inside array. So these are all like some observations you need to observe. Okay, so every product is having its own behavior. So if at all I'm going with this, yes, see, so some systems require their details, first name, last name, address, location, everything in a array comma separated. Some systems is expecting, then you can do like this. Okay, so if at all you are going with minus, see, I am removing the square brackets. If at all I am going with minus discriminator, okay, it's not working. That means on strings, definitely this will not work. Definitely we have that comparator, but that works only with integers. It will not work with strings. So whenever you are going for any certification questions like that, silly things only they are going to ask. Okay, so if I am keeping only single hyphen, so what it is expecting, you call the function k nitya, which is of string type, right, which is of string type, but it expects one of the combinations. That means either it should be an array, or it should be in date format, or it should be in object string, or it should be like any of this structure is valid. But whatever the structure you have given, string, and this operator is not going to work. Okay, so if I am keeping into, just keep it, just observe what it is going to happen. So into is normally for what? Between numbers only it will work. We know that very clearly, that okay, at least plus plus or plus, sometimes we will be using for strings as well, but for multiplication is something like always it will be like in between numbers only we will be doing that. We are very pretty much clear. So for strings, when you are applying that operator, that number operator, it gives the information like it is number and I'm not going to do anything. Go for division or go for percentile, the same things. So in your certification questions, like it will be like error out or some outputs they will give. We have to recognize that. Okay, or slash also we can give. Even slash is also specially by and multiplication is only for in between numbers, right? We are very clear on that, right? These two, they will give this type of error. And other plus plus and minus is something like invalid. Definitely it will not work. The only thing is like plus plus operator and plus operator. When single record is there, how it is behaving. When array is there, how it is behaving, we have to recognize. Okay, are you clear on this? Operators wise, when you are applying between two strings. Clear, right? Okay, now slowly we will move. So if at all, if I want to, if I want, like I want to convert into an XML. then what is the strategy? What is the strategy if I want to convert this into an XML? Okay, so anyhow, this is the wrong thing. Let me remove this and let me keep like plus only. Now I will get an output for a single record. If multiple records, if you are going to perform, try to apply like map operator. That is fine. Anyhow, for multiple records, already we have seen like books and bulk insert. In that map operator only we have used it, right? So see, this is now this I want to convert into an XML. Then how? If it is like JSON, very well and good. Output we are able to see it. If it is Java, this is also well and good. It is something like key value pairs, right? It is key value pairs as it is Java. So the full name is appending in braces. Like for full name is equals to whatever the data we are coming, and we are able to see it. This is also fine. I am keeping as Java. See, observe one thing. Observe one important thing. If I am keeping like JSON, see here automatically the JSON is getting converted. If I am keeping like Java automatically it is converting, right? Right. If I am keeping like XML, what is going to happen? It is working like full name. In that full name, it is keeping like this, right? It is keeping like this. But if you try this in your AnyPoint Studio, definitely it gives some error lesser than 7.15 or even with 17 also 15 also we can see that. Okay, Studio is not opened yet. Let me open my Studio. It says like, hey, keep some root element. Definitely it throws an exception in Studio. Okay, so let me create. I'll try to create the latest thing. Well, let me launch the workspace. It is like corrupted, it seems. Okay, fine. So meanwhile you will see, but I have a requirement. Okay, if I am sending like this, if I am sending like full name, only one element is we are sending it. See, if I am sending like another element, like only first name, payload dot fname. Let me keep comma, right? Why it is failing? Does anyone have an answer for this? See, when with single thing, when it has worked, with single thing it has worked, right? Let me remove this. Okay, with single thing it worked, right? When I'm adding any other element to this, right? One extra element I'm adding, it is throwing an exception. What could be the reason? See, yeah,
Semicolon is expected?
okay. I have
No,
given
that's
semicolon.
there.
Why? The reason is why. See, one element it is working fine. See, this type of questions will come in certification. I'm saying now. Very like minor. It is very minor, but the answer of these questions is something tricky as well. Okay. Yes. So what is the thing is like every XML element only with one element
No,
means
with
that is fine. They think
root
like
element.
root element is missing. XML. So we are learning from our childhood like XML always starts with root element. So for giving the root element, this is how the process is. Okay. So if I am giving like this, under root element of employee, we are getting the details. So it is nothing but XML always expects root element. Okay. Okay, let it be. It is doing something. And I want to keep like employees underscore. Now, one more root element I want to keep. Then how you are going to do? Employees. Again, increase C. Type with your hand only, then only you will be knowing it. Okay. Let's see. Now, again, I want, along with employee details, I need some address values as well, right? Address value. So what I will try to do. So address address. Again, I'll try to keep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is wrong now. XML will not allow. See, after employee, after employee, after employees, I want to have address. Give some tab space. Same thing, copy paste. Okay. The same tab space. Somewhere it has to sit, right? Some actually some experience and some see address. So you should be very careful while you are giving this braces. Okay. So this first brace is for closing the employee and this second is for closing this address. Inside this address again any number of elements you can add it. Okay. You can add city. Okay. City. Where city? Let me add like HYD. Okay. See. So it is nothing but when open and close braces are very, very important when we are dealing with XML. So like this, see, if any this structure is needed by target system, any critical structure, yes, we can build it. The problem is that you should be very careful with your braces. Okay. Okay. The time is 9:30. As Pooja suggested, I will not go beyond this. Okay. Might be she
If
might be having some.
Nitya, are you ready to take it, or Navya is also fine? Then we can go ahead for a few more minutes.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah. So this is how any critical. So what is this is like Hyderabad. Now, if I want to have country, okay, you can keep this country as like country is city is something like Warangal and it is like some TEL or Telangana or something else. Okay. I'm keeping the country. See, for each employee, these are all the details we can fill. So any complicated thing we can do it. See, if I have a requirement like city and country are common to for every for like for all the employees, see, this is one record, one employee record. In the same way, I could have multiple records. Okay, multiple records I can have. Okay, and let me keep, if I keep this, let me keep like, okay, and I'm trying to give like this. What is going to happen? See what it is happening under employee, double times it is repeating. What you have to do, we have to think with our brain, and we have to keep a loop in such a way that it has to come one employee after another employee. Okay, so if I am keeping like this, that loops, when map operator I am explaining at that time I'll do that, but yes, this is like heads up. Okay, see, so this is repeating twice the same thing it is getting, and inside this it is going. Why? Because we have not applied any loop over here. So it is just taking like whatever is there, it is treating like a single object, and it is like it is coming like this. But this should not be the case. If two records are added, that is what your homework is. If two records are added, I need in such a way that two employees records I need to get. So think that in your way, but definitely like while I'm teaching like maps and everything, we will be discussing it, but definitely think, at least keep your brain work for some time. Okay, so for now what I'll try to do, I'll try to remove multiple records. Okay, when you are using like multiple, definitely it will be erroring out. Okay, fine. So I will think in such a way that now I have employees, like many employees are there, but for them the city and country are common. City, country, state or country are common. Okay, so if that is the case, do I need to write that many times? Is there any can we write reusable code in DW? That is nothing but data view. So is there any option like writing reusable code? That we have to think. See, Warangal I have written, these I have written. Again, I will be having one more tab. Okay, one more tab. So for example, so for at least like employees also we can take, no problem in that. These braces we have to think multiple times. Okay, what? Let me remove it. Think in that way. Okay, I'm giving one business case scenario. Multiple employees are there. All those employees state is same. Warangal and country is also same. In that case, that many times will you repeat it? Will you repeat Warangal and Telangana? Is it a right approach? You are getting my problem case, right? You're
Yes.
understanding my problem case? Yes. See, that many, for that many employees, same thing, writing state and country, same thing is not like suitable, right? So in that cases, we will be going with a concept called variables. So variable, here you can define your city, here you can give whatever you want. And so what I mean to say is like not only shall we, okay, not only in studio the variables, even in data weave also we can declare variables. Okay, okay, fine. Now we can assign those values. Yes, variable quotations we have to keep. Okay. Even a single space creates a problem out here. XML. Okay. Whatever we are declaring at the top, here we can declare it. I think some syntax error we are doing wrong. So whatever the variables here we will declare, that variable names we can give. In that way, like we can define once and we can reuse many times. But let me check if we are doing some mistake. I think this XML should be down. Okay. Something is missing, something is missing. Is it colon or? I think it's colon. So these versions will confuse a lot. Let me give double quotations. Hey, why it is not working? Problem also it will not state. That is another headache. Let me refresh. Syntax is correct only. I'm giving. That is what I'm thinking.
Double equal to will not come. Only one.
Colon is also something. It has to work, na. At least something. It has to work.
Do we need to declare them
Yeah, we can declare.
there
That is not a
inside?
problem. Yeah, we can declare. Yes, we can declare.
No,
No,
inside as in below output or outside output only.
let us check that. Sometimes this also will not work properly outside of XML. Otherwise, we will try to keep like JSON. So whatever the case is, at least it has to work. No. Strange thing is like something it has to work, na. Control Z. Okay. This may not be correct. Definitely, this will not be correct. XML output XML. We are outputting this one. Okay, we are saying like, hey, output this one as XML. Inside XML variables declaration, definitely it is not allowed, as far as I know. But why it is not taking? Okay. So, no, some weird behavior. Okay. No problem.
So whatever is about those dotted
No,
lines
it
is
will
the
not.
header, right?
Header part actually below it. This is the right way. I'm saying na, this is right thing. But why it is not taking, that I'm little weird on that. Either equals to, okay, got it. Here, fine. I very silly mistake we are trying to do. It is equals to, okay.
So Nitya, I think we need to declare those below XML only without any comma.
No. That
Yeah, please try to
syntax we
declare
have to
to
change.
enter another variable.
Wait. Now see, it's giving some. See, if I remove it, it is working. Wait. Okay.
And one more thing is there are two slash I can see. There should be three slash, right?
It is gone during my this thing.
Can you remove the comma now
See,
after Hyderabad?
no, it is some weird behavior here. It
Expected.
should not work like this. Something weird is going on. I think I fresh tab you can take it. But yeah, it is correct. See, as far as I know, under not like under XML, we will be declaring. See, this XML indicates that, hey, whatever the output is there below, please give that in XML. So after
Yes.
declaring that, creating variables is not a thing. Why? Because while if we are keeping like that means inside XML we are declaring the variables which is against, right?
I have
Variables should
seen
be
few
like reusable.
examples, and they
Hmm.
have declared it under the data
Depends on
type only,
versions
like
actually.
output.
Yeah, it depends on version whether 1.0 or 2. First of all, 1.0 will not work. But yeah, both we have tried. Nah? See, if that is the case, we tried both, right? See, this we are trying, right? See, country CO UN. Okay, if I
See
keep
this one
like
example
this,
I'm pasting here in the
see,
chat.
yeah, I got your point. What you're trying to say? Yeah, I got it. I have seen it. So, so many things we will write, right? So I understood that. But see, both the cases it is not working, right?
Correct. Yeah.
We will see
Some
that.
issue
We'll do
is
one
there.
thing in studio. Yeah, something weird. Sometimes even this playground also behaves weird behavior. See both. See something it should work, right?
Hmm.
Either one way or the other way it has to work. But both it is not working. So that means some problem it is going on. That's okay. No problem. Okay. We will see the same thing in our studio. Okay. In our studio as well. Then we will get one conclusion. Okay. Okay. Fine. We will try to connect tomorrow, same time. A link, first I will take the clarity. At least today only I will speak with him. Otherwise, this is the same link. We will try to connect it. Okay.
Okay, Nitya, sure.
Okay. Yeah. That guy, I'm not sure. He is not responding. Yeah. Tomorrow will be there. Okay. Please. We will try to give that data be complete this thing. Okay. Any clarifications on your certifications? I think I have shared the dumps right. So please go through it. So don't stick on that. If anything is there, just go with your options. Okay. When you are planning to write.
Actually, I was planning to write that tomorrow. I haven't yet scheduled it, but then
Hmm.
I think you said like there are two more classes, so
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, okay.
planning then
After
in next
Sunday, you
week.
can. Yeah. Plan for
Yeah,
next week.
next
Like
week.
these silly things only will be there, na? Right.
But then, Nitya, did you hear from anybody like recently who have given the certification? They have observed a uh,
Set of
new
questions. Huh?
questions, new set of questions. Can you check it once again with somebody whom you know?
Oh, okay. Okay. I will cross verify, but I'm not sure. But
Recently, as in
anything
this
is
November
fine.
only, I heard it
Hmm.
from some of the blogs and groups. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. But your
From
practice is also
26th,
required. I'm
23rd
saying, yeah.
November.
See, you see, practice it like where loop, especially like data views, lookups, and when you're going for certification, exception handling, scatter gather. So some topics are there where we have to stress. Okay. So be
Yes.
prepared. Like if see, where if even though if they changes questions, only like minor change that will not catch our brain. Okay.
Hmm.
Only some slight changes, nothing like completely new. Okay. Some slight changes.
Okay,
But
Nitya.
anyhow, I'll try to cross verify. Okay. If somebody has written
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sure, Nitya. Thank you for that.
Okay, yes, chalo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.